All right, hello, welcome to Adventures in Lollygagging. We're back today. We're playing more Call of Cthulhu. You know what I realized, guys? I didn't write a summary for last week's episode.
Whoopsies.
So should we just like postpone till next week?
No. No.
Start over next week.
No.
Okay. All right. So I don't know. I prepped everything but this the first 5 minutes. So what should we do?
I think was sad and a bunch more sad about Shyma. And then there was some pouring over that happened over some intense books.
Shyma. And they don't recognize that name.
In my heart.
Shyma, huh? Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't ring a bell. I'm getting up there in the years, so I don't know. It could be a memory thing.
We're on like 6 or 7 locations, so there's been a lot of NPCs that came in.
A lot of NPCs.
Oh, wow.
I was cracking open.
Target on your forehead. It's just grown.
I was going through my notes for Mexico City. There were a lot of them. I just was going through like my prep note, like because that's back when I was using this on Google Doc, and it's a very big document, and it was like it kind of slowed the browser when I opened it. I'm like, oh, it's one of those. Okay, yeah, I have a lot of notes. This is hard. Long, I'm tapping you in. You're going to be the keeper now. I'm going to switch.
All right. Since the last episode didn't happen, we're going to play it again.
You all woke up and it was all a dream.
Oh my goodness.
The secret to never doing prep is just play the same session over and over.
It's
oh my god.
I love that.
Amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. Yeah. Oh well. All right. So yeah, that's all I got. Let's get started. We get to everyone roll their luck.
Yep.
Something extraordinarily tragic happened with luck. Ashley, want to explain the tragedy that happened with the luck rolls?
Yeah. So my luck is 7, and I managed to roll a 6. So that means I passed my luck test.
Dude.
Mm-hmm. You didn't even roll that much luck either.
You're kidding.
Well, it was almost maximum.
Yeah, as much as I could get for passing.
That's true. Yeah.
Although at moments like this, I appreciate the fact that we're not playing it straight of either you get something or you get nothing. I'm very appreciative that like even in those situations you get something.
Serious.
Yeah, you're not even at 20 yet, are you?
Dude, I can't believe you passed on a 7. Jesus.
That'll never happen on an important roll, right?
No.
But because I was just trying to get more luck.
Or Bev died.
Yeah.
First aid, trying to save someone, and you've got a 15. Fail. Yeah.
That's when I'm like, it was
99.
Like, I got all zeros. That means I passed, right? Like I'm good.
I was about to say, I roll zeros all the time. I don't know what you guys are worried about.
It's amazing that it always happens to you too. Because it's like, it could happen to any of us, but it's always you. So you always make the joke every time.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Norse Foundry. Thanks for the dice.
I think we mentioned this last week, but what I find really, really interesting is that for the longest time, Patrick was the lowest on sand. And now it's Bev. Like Bev had a major sand loss at the end of last ep.
Books are dangerous.
Patrick actually, he went through Ethiopia okay, right? In terms of sand loss, like he didn't really have much, and then he just gained some back. He actually ended Ethiopia with more than he started, which is a rarity. So
once you go crazy, you're sane.
Yeah, you're just getting used to it. Just getting used to the new normal. You're gonna go see if you get Anna back. Just be like, hey baby.
I'm back.
All right. Hey, how's it going? This is my other mouth. Hey, don't worry, he doesn't talk much. No.
And by the way, we can never go out dancing or drinking or have sex ever again. But do you want to get back together?
Yep. Maybe she just wants a roommate. Platonic roommate. All right.
So, like the epilogue to the campaign is like Patrick and Anna get back together.
Patrick navigating different relationship structures. Like that's what it is.
All right. Are we ready to start? You guys ready to go? All right.
Yeah.
Man, just haven't heard Steven talk much in this opening. He didn't really talk. Is you okay, Steven?
I was talking about rolling zeros.
Right. Dude, I'm trying to start the... Okay, so...
You're such a jerk.
We started up in the aftermath in Ethiopia. We searched around, couldn't find Shyma. It became abundantly clear to you all that Shyma more than likely didn't survive the attack. You did find Will. You managed to get back to Cthulhu, and not in great shape, but you got back to Cthulhu. You met up with one of the two missing legionnaires, Louis, and he described how they tried to rescue Pierre but couldn't. Jean was sent forward to try to get legionnaire help for missing Pierre, while he stayed behind for you all. You guys traveled back to Djibouti, and eventually you left Ethiopia and you returned to Arkham. Once you got to Arkham, the first thing you guys did is you made a beeline over to Shyma's father, and you told him a little bit about what happened. You tried to leave out all the gory details, naturally, but you tried to console him. He was initially not particularly happy to see Bev, but over time seemed to have become a little bit more accustomed. Eventually, Will and Patrick left, and they went drinking. Well, Will did, and then I think Patrick, I can't remember if that was the one that Patrick actually took a drink, because at some point...
Yeah, past the first one.
Okay.
He passed
so it was maybe the later one when they were at the house. Meanwhile, Marie found a little note, a letter that was addressed to Shyma from Merida, in fact, from the Yucatan. Read it later, appeared to be from Elena Alcatruz, who you all met in Mexico City, who is related in some ways to your old buddy, Pastor Wood. May he rest in peace. And then you all proceeded to kind of do some odds and ends here and there, do a little research. Bev, you started reading into the revelations of Gla-Aki. And you actually all spent a couple months back at Arkham. We montaged through a couple months of time. You guys were basically there for about 2 months. By the time you end up leaving again, it's going to be about 2 months. And so in that time, Bev dug deep into the revelations of Gla-Aki. I'll let Ashley decide how much of the details of that she wants to reveal to the party, but she did learn some really creepy things from it, and it also kind of broke her brain a bit. Will, you dug into the Rift of the Maw, which is one of the other books that you all managed to get from way back in the day, back in LA, simpler times, from the UCLA lot. And Will, you learned a little bit about the Maw of the Mouth, and what that exactly entails, what that means, and you became a little bit more versed in some of that terminology. Patrick, you tried to do a little research into the Yucatan, try to figure out a little bit about where you're going, because you guys know that Jonathan Brooks, who is the head of the cult in Mexico City, sent Sancho Dominguez, his right-hand man, and a group of the cultists out to Merida to find some kind of temple. Because remember, these were the ones who were like obsessed with Golgoroth and everything. So Sancho Dominguez was the name, and you all are kind of back. You guys are trying to catch back up to that. That was several months ago, but you're going to try to go see what's up with all of that. And so, Patrick, you were able to find a book by the name of Into the Yucatan Peninsula, very directly titled by a man by the name of Arthur Cartwright, who was an explorer back in the mid-19th century. You haven't quite poured over that yet, but you do have that as a way to hopefully prepare you for what might be ahead. And then I think, Marie, you went down to Savannah to fulfill an old promise and sing at a wedding for these two Savannah people that Shyma made a promise that you would sing at their wedding. And so you followed through, and that happened I think real time. That happened almost a year ago. And so you went and you sang. So it was pretty great. And then we saw a little glimpse of Mexico City, where we saw our good old friend Gonchi del Toro. Gonchi del Toro coming home, getting ready to make dinner, and there was a woman inside of his apartment that scared him, that frightened him. The two seemed to have a history, and it seemed as though she wanted to get information out of Gonchi, and Gonchi was keeping that information secret. And that's effectively where we ended. So we are going to start up. We are back in Arkham, let's say, and we are in it could be an office, it could be a library. You see a couple tables. We see books stacked and sprawled, scrolls sprawled. We don't really get a good look at the window. We don't really know what time of year this is. And we see two people, two very familiar figures. First, we see Dr. Beverly Key as she is poring through some old tome, like the kinds you would get from Orne Library at Miskatonic University. And we see, sitting across from her, our old friend Shyma Oberon. so one of Bev's research assistants, and we see the two of them kind of digging through these tomes. So Bev, what is it the two of you are researching?
So we're actually researching Glaaki. Will from Bangkok got these 12 volumes, and the first 9 are generally known about, but it's the last 3 that are really special and kind of rare or rumored to exist, and we actually have them in our hands. And the syntax, it's weird and it's fascinating. It's not anything that Beverly's ever come across before, and she is just locked in, and she's kind of dictating to Shyma of like things that she wants to look into further, possible languages that the syntax may originate from. She's just really kind of digging into it, and she reaches over and her tea's empty, so she's like, Shyma, would you mind topping us up real quick? I just really need to finish reading. I just need to finish reading this page. And she holds her cup out to the side and just lets it go, anticipating that Shyma will pick it up for her.
And we see like Shyma come around, and like she's got like a book sort of wrapped up at this point, and so we can see all of this interaction. What happens next, Beth?
And, they're talking, and Shyma's commenting about how interesting this paragraph that she found actually in volume 3, and how this might relate to volume 12, and that we should research this further. And so she kind of reaches over to the page that Bev is taking notes on, and she adds her own notes into like the corner of the page. And then you hear a glass shatter in the background. But Bev isn't bothered by this at all, and she just continues taking her notes as Shyma mentions that she's going to pull some additional volumes for her to read later.
So as this is going, and we see like Shyma like come into view like every now and then leave, like bringing, definitely looks like new volumes, new tomes. As we all know, like she worked at the Orn Library. She was a library science major to a degree and researcher. And so we see her coming back and stacking up all these things, and we see the like kind of the gangly like the combative nature. Is she going to stand up to her full height? Is she hunched over and like a little bit back and forth, and she leans down here and there? And we see that conversation like continue to play out, and we can hear Shyma like kind of point to something and reinforce like, try this, like this book or that tome, or Professor Lanfear mentioned this one and that one, kind of pointing out to this. And then finally we hear a hey there, Bev, who is it you're talking to? Darling? And like as we turn around, and Bev, maybe you're the one turning around, we see standing in the doorway is Ed Exley, the Viper, with his beautifully close cropped hair. We can see he's got a kind of a tan suit on, tie. He like sitting right next to his legs, his feet. He has a suitcase. Darling, I heard you talking with someone.
Shyma was helping me with research.
Shyma, what? Right now?
Yeah. We were just going over, she was reading volume 3 and I was rereading volume 12.
And you see him, like, his face gets really, kind of gets very sad. You can see he gets concerned. And he comes up and he kind of puts a hand on your shoulder. And he says, darling, we've talked about this. Shyma's gone.
She said she was just getting tea.
No, darling, she's been gone for a couple months now, and I can stay longer if you need to. I don't have to get back just now. Maybe I can stay for a bit until your dad gets back, and I sure love to meet him. And We can,
Yeah, I'd love for you to meet him as well.
and maybe we can find someone for you to talk to. I know your Miss Winston Rogers has a lot of connections. Maybe we can maybe find someone for you to speak with.
Yeah, and
Now,
at that
Shyma.
point, yeah, and she gets up and she steps on the shattered cup, and she kind of recoils, and that's kind of what again reminds her. Yeah, and she winces and she pulls like the shard out of her foot. Could you get the first aid kit in the bathroom? I'm so sorry.
Sit down. And as like you go to sit back down, like we start looking around the room again, we realize we're not like at a library. We're not in an office. We're just like, it's like a dining table. There's definitely like the volumes of Glaaki and all their like horrid state are spread around, and there's pads and there's paper, but it definitely doesn't have the air of like authority that like we first thought, as everything begins to start coming back to you, Bev. So you watch Ed go back. You hear him shuffling around, and he comes back with like a little tin first aid kit stuff, and he gets down on his knees, and he's like, it's okay, we get all these sorts of little injuries and such. I'm not a doctor like yourself, but I can mend this. And he's very carefully and lovingly kind of removing like the bits of the shards.
Yeah, maybe we take an afternoon nap.
Sure. I'll make a few calls. I'll change my itinerary. That's what I'll do. And he kind of like
okay.
Pat your knee a little bit. Maybe you should change your itinerary as well. Maybe a little more time here might be helpful to you.
Yeah, I think you're right. And as she's looking past him, there's a mirror on the wall, and she can see beyond his shoulder in the hallway behind her. She sees Shyma's head kind of peek out, and then she waves bashfully like she caught them in a special moment, and then she steps away.
And we just hear Ed be like, I'm glad to hear that. We're going to get through this. And he just kind of like, again, pats you. And we slowly fade out of that scene at that point. We open back up. I'm going to go to Marie. Marie, you said you wanted to check in with Nancy Lombard, I think. Is that correct?
I do. Yeah. I want to check back in with a roommate who's actually not had to deal with Marie's nonsense for a little bit.
So you came home to Arkham. It's not home for you, but home enough. You came back to Arkham, and then you immediately left for Savannah, right? Like did you check on Nancy at all, or did you just kind of like get on a train and go?
I would say she left pretty quickly.
Okay. So maybe you pop in at one point and she's not there. She could be at work. Who knows? And you head out to Savannah. You get back from Savannah, and like one of the first things you get is like a telegram, or like a messenger kind of flags you down. You find some pinned notes maybe on like a little bulletin board inside the apartment. Still no Nancy when you walk in from Savannah, and you can see like the summons to Hotel Miskatonic on a date with when you're meeting with Janet Winston Waters, which we've already done that scene. And so now you're like leaving that scene finally, and you're coming back to your friend's apartment, and you go, you have a key, you open up, and you hear the sounds of voices, multiple voices.
Darling Nancy, is that you?
And you just hear like, Marie, is that you?
Yeah.
Keep missing each other. Come on in. The water's fine.
What water, Nancy?
And when you begin to move around, you go in like the little kitchen, living, dining area, like this little mixture of things. You don't see her, but you go down the hall to where her bedroom is. And you can see that there's like 6 different people, all kind of tangled up in various states of undress. All of them kind of just wrapped around each other in some ways. And among them, you can see Nancy, and she's like kind of hanging off the back of the bed and looking up at you like backwards. And she is also in this various staged. And all around the room are like tissues and like clothes and all sorts of like this like almost looks like debris or trash. It gives you a probably a bit of a flashback to Los Angeles when Johnny Stompanato I think led some of you to the artist, that group of artists who had like their little pad.
The flop house.
Yeah, the flop house. It kind of has that feel to it and that stink to it, as it smells quite ripe in here.
Well, and last time we were in Arkham, Marie had seen Nancy had found some nectar, I think, in their apartment. And so I would say Marie's just sort of going to come in and just clucking her tongue basically at this. And she immediately is like looking for vials of nectar. Nancy, what have you been up to?
You find them very quickly. You find them like they're all over. Most of them have been consumed. There's one or two that probably have a little bit of something left in them, but most of them look to have been consumed.
And so Marie, I would say, is just, Nancy, it's been so long since I've seen you. Can you send your friends home and we can catch up with each other?
Oh, just come on in. There's plenty of room, isn't there, everyone? And you can see like the tangle and the mass kind of shuffles and kind of creates a little bit of a space. Like, come in, quit being such a prude.
And
the water
Marie's
is
just
so
pocketing.
refreshing.
Nope. And Marie doesn't do stern particularly well, but she's gonna see if she can kind of like get Nancy like back into the kitchen or something, kind of separated from this.
How would you like to go about doing that? Physically, or are you trying to just coax her socially?
I mean, charm is what she does, and so she's just going to be like, now, sure. Nancy, you know we don't get to hang out with each other very often, and all of these locals you can hang out with whenever you would like, but I'm only going to be here for so long. And look who I've got for you to meet. And she pulls out Joy Boy.
Okay, roll a charm test.
I would happily do that. Yeah, that's a hard success. 30 under 84.
Okay, that'll do it. She'll fine. And then you can see she just kind of squirms out of the bed and flops down to the ground. She has like a sort of like a negligee on, or no, a slip, more like it, like a slip. But you can see it's like half hanging off of her here and there. It's stained with that almost orange stained color of nectar. All of this is something that Marie would be able to recognize in a moment. And she's standing up without any real concern for herself. It's like dripping down. You can see half a breast is exposed. And then as she's moving, like she's stuck on the bed sheet, which drags with her. And it just reveals more of that tangle of just nudity on the bed. And she and they all kind of giggle and cackle and they look up at you. And then she follows you to the kitchen at that point.
Nancy, is it what you've been doing in all of the months that I've been gone? Is this what you're up to?
You're not my mother, Marie. I am a grown woman, and I can do whatever and whoever I please. You're
I don't judge.
Gallivanting across the world.
Yes. Have you been into work recently?
I don't want to go to work anymore. I am tired of working. I have worked and worked and worked. And all that ever happens is whenever a promotion comes up, they give it to somebody else. Someone, not me, someone with shorter hair and who sounds like a man. But here we are all equal.
Well, it's very true that I have not been around very much. And
No, you haven't. And I'm not, well, maybe I will. And she reaches out with her hand towards Joy Boy. Give me a spot hidden test.
Oh, okay. Spot hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Are you flipping kidding me? A 99 over 72.
Luckily, it's not a crit fail for you. It's not a fumble.
No.
So nothing horrible happens. But she reaches out to pet Joy Boy, and you see Joy Boy begins to lick at her fingers. And it's too. By the time it happens, you're not sure exactly what it is that she just licked off.
This is. Yeah, I don't even think you've met Joy Boy last time. I don't believe I met him on the train.
He's got a wonderful name, and hopefully he's more joyful than you. And she pops you on the nose when she does that. Now, I'm going to take old Joy Boy here, and she moves to take him. Introduce him to the pool.
No, you are not. No, you are not. If you insist on going back there, that is fine. I'm going to
goodbye.
Send
then
someone
she starts
to get
to turn around.
You.
Go.
I would like to attempt, and I'm horrible at any physical kinds of things, but I would like to attempt. No. Like a brawl or something. I would like to see if, because I would love to be able to get her to Janet Winston Rogers or someone to kind of get her detoxed.
Okay.
I have a 25 in brawl. I'm going to spend 2 audience to get that to a 45.
Okay. Go ahead. Spend those audience bits to assault your friend. 12 points of luck will get you there.
I have 22 total points of luck.
How many best friends do you have?
1.
Seems like an easy choice to me.
I mean, yeah. I now have 10 luck.
Okay. That's less than Ashley. Never mind. Sorry.
No.
I just have 6 more though. Only 6.
You there's probably a vase next to where you're talking that's got old dead flowers in it that they haven't been watered in quite some time, and you just kind of conk it over her head. It doesn't shatter, it just kind of conks because there's still water in it. And she tumbles to the ground, and you have effectively knocked her out.
Okay, so she is going to go to a corner store, call a cab, call Janet Winston Rogers, and see what she can do to get Nancy into some type of rehab or something.
Okay. I'll say you've done the hard part. You've got her out of the apartment, and you contact Janet Winston Rogers, and you're able to get Mickey Walnuts will come with one of his guys, and they'll get her into a car, and they'll say don't worry, Miss Wynn, we'll take care of it. We know a guy. We've Miss Rogers has a few folks on staff that have been looking at the nectar. So do you happen to know if she's got anyone left in the apartment who might know where they're sourcing this from? Because
they're a virtuize, perhaps, if you are the moral sort, but there are several inside. It just forewarned is forearmed, as they say.
It's very nice of you, Miss Wynn. I'm not sure if you understand exactly what my role on Miss Winston Rogers' payroll is. A few folks in flagrante is not going to bring any amount of rosiness to my cheeks. Don't worry. We'll take care of it from here.
Be careful what you touch, or if they touch you. And she like has, maybe like 5 vials that she did kind of take.
And you can see like
inside.
they're like putting on like gloves of some kind. We have a procedure. Don't worry.
Oh, how and she's just like handling them with her bare hands because she's not the educated one, and she's like, oh, how wise, how very wise, and she just like drops them into their gloved hands.
Well, we thank you for bringing this to our attention. We'll make sure you're
I'm so very concerned for my dear friend. She's had such a difficult life, and I'm never around to keep her out of trouble. She used to keep me out of trouble, and now when she needs to be kept out of trouble, I'm pulling in the muscle. You're very good at your job, but I'm feeling
Miss Wind,
like a bad friend.
Don't feel like a bad friend. Your friend might not know the full extent of what you were doing for her, for everyone, really, but we do. We know that you have bigger priorities right now, so you don't need to feel that way. You're doing good work, and Miss Winston Rogers thanks you for that.
Well, thank you. I'm glad she still sees my usefulness. The others are so much smarter at reading things, and even the young kid that they brought on, he's even reading things and makes sense of it. And I don't know. I went and sang at a wedding because that seemed like a good thing to do.
We had a man following you, just to be sure. Yeah. In the future, if you're going to make any out of city travel, it would be a good idea to notify us first, so that we don't have to hustle and make sure that you have protection.
Oh, well, see, I didn't even think about that. Yes, see, everyone is so much smarter than me. I'm going to, and she's like, Nancy is sort of her only friend of late, since she's kind of stopped singing, and, she's kind of used to being around different people and, like partying and all of those types of things. And so she's sort of getting a little bit somber at this and, recent events. And well, thank you, Mr. Walnuts.
Mickey's fine.
Thank you.
Or just Walnuts. I don't really like the Mr. Walnuts. It just says this very. Never mind. Have a good trip. I hear you're headed back down to Mexico. Good luck.
Yep. And Marie just sort of like reaches in her bag and just sort of like brushes top of Joy Boy's head, completely oblivious to what could be going on with Joy Boy.
So we fade out of that scene with Marie, and then I'm gonna throw this to Stephen or Long. Did either of you have any last bits? Those were things that Melissa and Ashley and I, we talked about off stream. We knew this was coming, so I'm throwing this to you guys. Were there any other bits that you guys wanted to do in Arkham before we leave?
Go ahead, Long.
I would probably still be doing the tail end of what I was doing last time, which was pawning off valuables, maybe even offering something to Will, since he's a collector.
Okay. Do you have anything?
Collector is polite.
Do you have anything of note that you might offer to Will?
Since he was heavy on the alcohol, maybe like a nice decanter set that I have laying around.
Okay.
This might have something.
Maybe it was an engagement present.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Engagement present.
Won't need this anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
So Patrick, this is too kind. Is this real crystal?
It's Katiaya, yeah, something like that. There's an old engagement.
Katiaya? What language is that? How much is this worth?
I haven't quite appraised it yet, but I'm sure it's valuable.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. There's a good pawn shop around the corner. I've been there a few times. We can ask them.
Yeah, I have too. I've been dropping a couple things off.
Oh. And you brought this to me instead of them? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Why?
Been working with us for quite a while now. Survived Ethiopia together. Oh, you should have it.
Thank you, Patrick. I kind of feel like we're starting to become pretty good friends. I try to be friends with a couple of the other people, like Marie and, Bev, but they seem a little standoffish sometimes. You and I appreciate that. Hey, we should break this in one last time before we pawn it off.
Oh, sure, that'll get to me, Will. And
Yeah, I got some cheap whiskey we can pour in there.
Yeah, if you're offering, then I'll have to resist.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your POW test.
POW roll.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Long. I'm never going to stop offering.
Oh, you're good. It's awesome.
All right.
I have to get a 50. I rolled a 54.
Okay, you can still spend luck on these. If you wanted to spend luck, you can.
4 luck isn't bad.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll go ahead and do that.
So yeah, you withstand the urge, and you're able to politely decline. Okay. So Patrick, was there anything else you want to do? Did you want to read more into the book? Did you want to, because I think you started it, into the Yucatan. Did you want to read more into that at all?
Yeah, I could slowly peel the pages on that.
Yeah, give me another library test. I'll give you another chance before you guys leave Arkham here.
Like 20 library use. 43 is a fail.
Okay, so you're still going to get some stuff. It's just not necessarily going to... I'm not going to give you it all at once. It's just going to be something you read a little bit slower. So I've mentioned it before that the text is a kind of a travel log by someone by the name of Dr. Arthur Cartwright. That's the author. It was published back in 1850. And effectively, it is a story that... or is a book that covers these tales of his visits to various Mayan ruins, and also like different encounters he had along the way. There is one phrase that I think catches your attention probably, and that is Chichen Shoshu, which is a phrase that you've seen pop up before. Whether it's a place or a people is hard to see, but it does seem as though part of the tale suggests that he visited this place. As far as you could tell, there's no specificity into terms of where this might have been, but it appears to have been a Mayan ruin of some kind. But it just sort of describes it as a small pyramid dedicated to sorcery in the stars. And I'll say there's probably a little bit more in there, but not... But with your fail, I'll say you kind of miss some of the between the lines, or maybe you just kind of get bored with the writing and you skip here and there and you don't catch all of the pieces. But that's what you get. You do see that he brings up a very familiar phrase from when you were going through Mexico City and going through some of Siricon's journals and things as well. Okay. All right. What about Will? Any final business that you have here in Arkham?
No, I'm pretty good. We covered it. Will's main priority was reading that book, which he got most of the way through.
Okay, fantastic. So what we'll say then is that you guys will leave, because the four of you will gather up with Frank Kearns somewhere in the early half of August when you finally depart. I think at this point everyone should have effectively like gotten rid of their any sort of major wounds. I think you should all probably be at health, because I think Will healed up his major wound last time. So you all should be there. Bev, you can make sure you unclick your bout of madness and such. You shouldn't be dealing with it anymore. That happened over like a non-structured time, so you're good.
Okay, I can reset my daily SAN.
Yeah, everyone go ahead and reset your daily SAN as well in case you lost any. Okay. So you meet up with Frank Kearns. One of the things you'll notice is that most of the time Frank Kearns is a relatively affable guy, and you can tell that he's been he has been friendly to everybody. But for the first time in a while, he's kind of standoffish a little bit. He doesn't seem to talk too much. He's like, most of the conversations that he'll get into with you are purely logistical. Like he'll talk about routes, he'll talk about time, he'll talk about luggage, things like that. He'll help people here and there, but you can tell that he seems a little bit more kind of a little bit, you're not sure if it's like he's just bumped out or if he's just trying to be professional or distant. Like even with you, Will, and the two of you go back a ways, you can tell that he is like he's definitely pulling back somewhat. So Will
would have definitely tried to drum up some sort of conversation with him, probably multiple times. But after being rebuffed for a bit, he would get the message and just pull back and probably hang out with Patrick instead.
Okay. So as you guys travel, we see the classic like Indiana Jones line travel as we see it veer down the southern coast or the eastern coast, weave over towards Texas, start weaving back down towards Mexico City, and then kind of heading eastward in the direction to the Yucatan. And you guys arrive mid-August in Merida, in the what's it called? I have the name of the airport right here. The Merida Rejon Airport, fairly busy, multi-purpose airport or airfield. It is not too far from the city, and you can see like as you're waved in and you're wheeled around to a hangar, like the usual unloading of your cargo, of your equipment, your luggage, etc. And Frank Kearns will say, so yeah, I will take care of the plane. I'm going to be at the and he'll like rattle off the name of like a nearby hotel that he's staying in. If you need to get in touch with me, and if there's anything more you need, please don't hesitate. Miss Winston Rogers wanted to have if you plan to leave Merida at any point, she asked to send either a telegram or a phone call her way to update her before you all decide to leave, in case we don't return directly to Arkham. But otherwise, I wish you all luck, safety, keep your heads down, try not to get hurt, that sort of thing.
Mr.
Reliable as
Kearns,
always, Kearns.
Thank you, Mr. Price.
I certainly do hope that we are back much more quickly than we were on our last journey.
Sure, understandable. So if you head into the terminal, you can get a rental car if you need it, ground transportation, and I'm sure there's going to be folks there who can direct you to lodgings that would suit your status and such. So, is there anything else I could do for you before we depart?
I don't think so. Thank you.
Excellent. And he kind of like reaches out and gives Joy Bay a little scratch on the head. Okay. Safe travels. And then he veers off, and you can see he kind of flags down a worker so he can kind of get into a conversation. So as you guys are leaving the hangar, you're directed through this sort of big terminal. And it's just like this one terminal. And you can see that there's other planes. Some of them definitely look like private, like the one you came in on. Some of them look like almost military in some ways. Some of them will look a little bit more commercial. But you head back into this terminal, and you can see all sorts of travelers kind of coming and going. And as like a group of 4 gringos from America are just like wandering through the terminal, like suddenly eyes light up as various people start flagging you down. They kind of wave, and you can hear like some of them in English, some of them in Spanish, and they're just like, can I help you? Are you going to the city? Going to the city? I have a wonderful cab, and like just starts spouting off. They all kind of like spout off like their various services. I am available for travel. Do you have a hotel figured out? I can show you to this hotel. And like all of them are just kind of bombarding you to somewhat like, what is it? What is it you need? What is it? Where is it you're going? What can I help you with? So what do you guys do? Like, how do you guys want to go about navigating the city here?
Marie has 11 Spanish from last time we were in when we were in Mexico City.
Yeah, it's more than me.
She might try to say that we're looking for a reasonably priced hotel.
I mean, what time of day is it?
We'll say you guys arrived. We'll say you guys arrive in the afternoon. Probably left your last leg in the morning.
Marie, did you tell the rest of us about the letter that Shyma got?
Absolutely. Marie would have passed the letter around on the plane ride down, so everyone could sort of see what Elena had to say to Shyma in the letter.
Would you say over the months that we were there, we would have maybe responded to the letter and she could have received correspondence from us before we arrive in Merida?
You would have potentially been able to send her correspondence. I don't think there was enough time necessarily for her to send back correspondence, but you could have alerted her that you're heading here. Like, you certainly could have done that. So
yeah,
they were just letters.
If,
they weren't telegrams. So.
Yeah, I wonder if like maybe we made plans to meet up with her first before anything else.
Okay, we could say that. But I don't think you would have had the precision of knowing exactly what day you would have gotten here. So
I see. Okay, so
she would have told you though. If that's the case, I think Marie, you would have had an address from the envelope.
Hopefully, the envelope would have had a return address on it. And you could tell. You also tell it was also on like a specific sort of letter mark as well, and it corresponded to a school of like workers' children. And you remember, I think you guys remember from the conversations that you had with her back in Mexico City, that she was coming to Merida because her old boyfriend Octavio Paz, real poet, was teaching out here. He's not. We'll fight you. It's not a bomb. Anyhow, he was working at a school here, and so I think you would probably have. I would say it's reasonable to assess that you guys have an address for that place.
But regardless, it's afternoon. The day's pretty much over. There's nothing much we can do today. We might as well grab a hotel, throw our stuff down, and find the nearest cantina. Wait till morning.
Can meet with Elaine in the afternoon, but I think there's a place we can go to now. Remember Ganchi?
Who?
Ganchi del Toro.
Oh.
One of the investigators we were part of.
He was in Mexico City.
Yeah.
Mr. Price?
Is that not where we are?
we're in...
Oh, Patrick.
We're in Merida. Mr. Price. You took quite a nap on the way down.
American cities more or less the same. I can't feel too bad.
American school system's been the same for 100 years.
New York City, LA, like, I don't know.
Ash just lands. He looks around. It's got that really shitty, stupid yellow filter that like Hollywood likes to put on whenever you go to Mexico.
Oh my god, yes!
It says Mexico right there.
The big mad narcos filter.
We see as the filter goes across his glasses.
Okay.
What's your Spanish score anyway? After we were here in Mexico City,
it's a 10. It's not bad.
So yeah, you can't read the sign.
Yeah, we were heavily relying on Pastor. So.
Okay. So what's the plan? What do you guys want to do?
So
you got all these people flagging you down, asking you, "What are you here for? Yep. Like, what can we do for you? What do you need?" Like, offering services, offering travel, offering direction, all sorts of things.
Let's get a cab to a hotel. And
yes.
Then we can, so the four of us go to a cheap hotel near Cantina.
Okay.
This is me talking in English to them.
I know. Okay. I thought you were going to try Spanish. Okay. So you don't get a Spanish.
No.
Okay.
I don't have any Spanish.
It's not like some of the people coming over speak English. Okay.
I'd love to give a roll against my 11 and see if I can help
if you would like to. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Go right ahead. Anybody? Yeah, you can get a free roll.
See Cantina.
65.
They're like, yes, cantina. There are many cantinas. Yes, many. Merida's a pretty good city, by the way. It's not like some tiny little out of the way thing. It's a pretty.
Well, just wants the hotel right next
spot.
to the cantina.
Okay.
We are failing in our Spanish rolls. Pretty
okay.
hard.
So let me ask you the question I usually ask you. Do you guys want to stay in a place that is very high-end luxury, very nice? Do you want to stay in a place that's kind of seedy, low profile, potentially dangerous? Or do you want to stay with, something that's a little just more like kind of average, like where most travelers go?
Marie's vote's average.
We did high-end in Thailand. And Will ended up not really caring for it. So he's pushing for seedy. He wants a real trashy place.
We have plenty of things to present us with dangers. I would prefer the place that we lay our head not be one of those places. We have quite the bankroll behind us. We can afford somewhere that is a little bit more safe. Dr. Key,
I want to be
Mr.
immersed in the
Price?
culture. I want to know what the people of the streets are feeling.
My
No
vote
dinero.
is
We have no dinero. Cheap hotel. Is dinero Spanish?
And some of them are just like, speak English, dude. Speak English? We speak English. Yes. And so like you can see some of them are saying this to you and you're still coming back to them. Guys, I didn't realize you're gonna go full racist. This is interesting. Cool. All right.
I can picture this.
Right?
Will is going full on white American abroad.
Patrick's just
Bev
what
is
Will's doing.
Mexico City's
mortified. Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Key, Dr. Key,
play.
please, voice of reason. We ladies.
I'm also voting average. Patrick?
Simple place, no luxury anymore.
Oh, that's right. Patrick has to go in that direction.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to
So-
get a cheap place. It's for Patrick's health. I got your back, Patrick. I will not let them push you into an expensive place and put you at risk.
The ladies need comfort at least. Not too cheap.
But you're not supposed to have comfort, remember?
And Marie just ignores Will and goes to one of the cab drivers.
No.
And
Lost
Marie.
Melissa.
Middle hotel.
Am I
please.
still here?
That's the
Yeah,
first
you're
actually.
still here.
Well, that's so weird.
Yeah. That's a
Huh.
first.
Should I be nervous? Should I go? Should
No.
I think so.
Did like a tree fall on that side of the house? Okay. Oh goodness.
Okay,
You back,
there
Melissa?
she is.
Okay.
I'm back. Sorry, I was saying I ignore Will, go to one of the cab drivers and say
Okay.
a middle hotel, please.
All right. So you guys
Ignore
get into a cab, and like you're driving through these the streets, and it I would say it doesn't look like horrifically different from Mexico City in some ways, but because you kind of see the same sort of aesthetic in terms of certain streets, certain alleys have like carts along these like street markets and such. But you definitely see like there's like a greater abundance of more like kind of tropical type plants. There's like palm trees and things like that. But you are taken eventually towards a relatively central place in the town. You head north a bit, and the whole way this guy's like driving, and he's like kind of like so what brings you to Merida? And you're like very kind of interested in what you're doing, and you're passing by, and you're seeing like kind of a mixture of like colonial kind of architecture, right? It's that same sort of blend of like multiple styles that you can see, not necessarily competing in some cases, but in other cases blended together. And you pass by this almost like Art Deco looking theater, and you can see like the marquee has a movie playing. It doesn't look familiar off the top of your heads. You pass by other places that are like this, definitely stucco, others more like colonnade styles and such. You see a handful of places have like multiple stories, like 2 or 3 stories at most, but most things seem to be relatively closer to the floor or closer to the ground. And like he's pointing to certain places here and there, like the historic center, the plaza ground, all that kind of stuff. And he's like, so what brings you to Merida?
The nightlife.
Yes. Well, sometime, but we're visiting a friend actually.
Oh, very good. Where are they? Are they local?
Yes, actually. And she'll give the name of the school. Are you familiar with this school?
Oh, yeah. And he just like kind of like rattles off like the university, like it's like I'm gonna screw up the pronunciation. Universidad Autónoma de Yucatán. So it's basically like a university. So there's like a school off the side of it, and like it teaches like workers' children and things like that. So he's like, oh yeah, and he kind of points the direction of where it might be, and he's like, not far. Do you want to go?
Not right now. Not right now. Maybe tomorrow. We just got in. We want to get settled in. But do you take rides as they come, or do you take rides for hire in advance?
Do you need? I can be private driver for your stay. How long do you plan to stay?
We're not sure yet, but we might. It looks like the school might be a little farther than a walk, perhaps.
From Casa Azul, yes. Too far to walk. But but a short ride.
Okay, perhaps, and she'll kind of look over to kind of Dr. Key and the rest. Perhaps in the morning we could take a ride over there if you...
See?
Yes.
Of course.
How well do you know the town?
Oh, I've been here I've been here my whole life.
And what about like all the touristy things? Like, you know where all the great cantinas are?
Oh, cantinas. Yes. Yes.
What about like hiking? Are there any like cool like ruins that we could explore nearby?
Nearby in the city, somewhat.
Well, if we had to drive out, would you be able to take us out?
Into the jungle? No. I am not a guide. I'm a city guide, but you would need a jungle guide for that.
Do you know a jungle guide?
No, but I could point you to places. Some outdoor survivalist shops that they would have better choice for you.
Okay, well, we'll think about it. I guess we could hire him for a day and see how it goes. I'd turn to the group.
Yes, that sounds good. I missed your name. I'm sorry.
Oh, Alejandro.
Nice
Alejandro
to meet you.
Ramirez Santiago.
I was wondering, my friend is looking for a cantina, and I always enjoy some good music. Do you perhaps have a recommendation that has
the Cantina El Cardenal? Wonderful music. Wonderful. It is, and he kind of looks at Will. It will give you the flavor of Merida. No tourists.
All right, that's what I like hearing. Where the locals go. Thank you.
Yes, and it is near the Universidad.
Well,
Very good.
You know, college place.
Worker place.
Even better. I'm a blue collar guy.
And he's like looking at you. And you have like your blue.
Blue bandana.
Literally.
Okay. Okay, so he drives you to Casa Azul, which is in like kind of like a historic center. It's a few blocks away from the Plaza Grande Zocalo, I think is like the term he uses. Probably I could be wrong. And he sort of references there's a handful of places like nearby. There's like a cathedral nearby. There's like, if you're curious about tourist stuff, some of you asked, like there's a cathedral. There's like the theater. There's the Teatro Cine Alcazar. And there's a couple colonial mansions to the north and stuff where the wealthier live. And you can see like when you get there, it's like this tall, like blue stucco kind of colored place. And you got colonial style windows. You got these sort of tiled eaves of a certain level, a certain like degree of color. And there's like the shaded like sidewalk canopy that crisscrosses out in front of the place. When you are led inside, because he'll let you out, and he will like make plans. Like I will be here tomorrow, and you know whatever time that you ask him to be here, he'll be there. And you go inside. It's like tiled lobby. Like you can see, there's a small reception desk. Like there's wall fans that are kind of going at this point. You guys are here in August, so it's kind of warm, humid, etc. And you guys can get your rooms, it's no problem. And when you get your rooms, I would say, Patrick, you will be pleased to see that your room is fairly simple. Floors are tiled, wooden bed, minimal decoration. And when you push the windows open, you don't have a balcony, but when you push the windows open, you get this nice, beautiful breeze from the north, kind of sweeping in. At this point, that kind of cools down the room. It's not quite nighttime by the time you get here, but it's closing in on the end of the day. The sun is still up for now. Did you guys want to do anything this evening, or do we want to skip forward till tomorrow?
Does this look like the Casa Azul that we stayed at in Mexico City?
I was just looking that up.
No, it does not.
Okay, so it doesn't give off the same vibes. Okay.
No. I think that has a slightly different name, but it has
a franchise?
I can't remember. Is it a franchise? Yes, it's a franchise. It's a Howard Johnson. You guys are staying at a Howard Johnson. I have a limited list of hotel names. I might have pulled the wrong one.
No,
I was happy to read yarn, and I was
these
just
are
all
like,
connected
oh,
somehow.
Shit. We're fucked.
we
Okay.
conspiracy theory brains are strong.
Nothing like serious for the night, but Will would try to push everyone to go out.
Sure.
Not anything actually productive, though.
Okay. All right.
Bev would be willing to go out, but like more of like a quiet dinner. So she'll offer Patrick like more simple fare than like extravagant, to see if he wants to go with her to that, rather than like a hopping cantina. So like maybe dinner here at the hotel than anything.
Love to join you, Bev.
No, Patrick, you got to see what the culture's like.
There's a lobby.
A lobby full of tourists with horrible hotel food. No, we got to go to a real place.
Come with you after dinner.
Fine. We're heading that direction, and wherever you hear the loudest music, that's where we're stopping in.
So, I didn't realize when we had headed in this direction how close we were going to be to the school. So, perhaps we might want to go there first.
Oh, it's probably closed now.
Maybe we could meet up with Elena, and she could join us for dinner. Because we are right here. I thought it was going to be somewhere different, but in fact, Alejandro did tell us it was right by the school.
What are the odds that she's still at work, though? Let's just go see her in the morning.
I'm going to go and find out, and we'll see. If anyone would like to join,
I guess I'm going by myself then.
Okay, so Will goes out clubbing by himself.
Gets mugged.
Gets mugged. You never see him again.
What a Patcher Wood thing to do.
Patrick, do you stay back in the room and just meditate?
I need to for the day, so yeah, I'll meditate till dinner.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want, Bev will bring you something, like some simple fare or something to your room for you.
Okay, and so then what is Bev doing?
Because I presume it's kind of like they have like some place to eat within the hotel, or if not, like outside maybe.
You didn't see anything as you were walking through. You didn't see like a built-in restaurant in the place, but there's definitely stuff outside. Like you're near like a city center, so there's plenty of like restaurants, cafes, etc. Cantinas to Will's heart's content.
Yeah, she's just gonna find the one closest to the hotel and kind of find like an outside seat and eat quickly, but kind of just like listen to, trying to immerse herself into the language again and get used to hearing, Spanish and trying again to refresh.
So Bev goes by herself to a cafe.
Also does.
Sits outside. Anyone have a Bangkok
poorly
flashbacks
before?
Right Anyone have a Bangkok flashback?
Yes.
You guys, it's like you guys were off for 2 months, and you're like, let's just scatter, right?
Let's do it again.
Everyone
Let's
just new place.
Gunshot.
Let's just scatter. Let's just scatter.
I tried to keep everyone together.
Like there are times where
but
Can I
you
ask a
also tried
mechanical
taking
question?
him to get alcohol.
Do we take sand loss if we go against our vice?
There are times in which like there's a strong charge, like the way we're playing it, trying to adapt it from Trail is like if there's like a strong opportunity for you to do so and you play against it, then yeah. So like if you're like curious, for instance, if curiosity is your drive, and like I present to you like a cool ruin and like there could be something down that hall, and you guys are like, nah, let's just go to the 7-Eleven. Like I would probably want you to roll for that.
And Marie, what's your vice?
My vice is drinking. However,
okay, just curious how that like lined up. I didn't know if like there was a strong pull to go drinking. That
I feel like you can go to a cantina. She's literally not saying not to go to cantina. She's just saying let's just go an hour later. Let's get this friend that we haven't seen in a while.
Exactly. Exactly. Let's get someone that we know.
I'm really not.
With. You might have thought that. It is valid that you might have thought that. Welcome to the other side.
I mean, if you bring up that you're going to collect Elena, like before we all scatter.
We're right here by the school. It seems like we can go see if she's there and she can join us for dinner or drinks or whatever we might do for the evening.
Yeah, that sounds more productive than what I was planning on doing.
All right, but we are going out after we meet her.
Yes, Mr. Sawyer.
All
You're
right.
so young.
I just want to experience a new sight.
With
Okay.
a local, it's even better. And so Marie locks arms with Dr. Key.
Elena's gonna rock his world, let me tell you. And she links arms.
So the three of you are going. Patrick is staying back to meditate. Okay. Is that right?
Yes. So
Yeah.
we're not total shotgun blast scatter.
Okay. So when you try to track down Elena at that school, like Will's not wrong. It is closed in the sense like there's not school going on. However, it's not like there's no classes going on. But you can definitely find it's near downtown. Like you can tell it's a sort of utilitarian looking place, sort of stone building and such. There's a little enclosed courtyard, but you can see that there are people on the ground still. Like there is like a young man you can see with like a very thin mustache. He's got like a book that he's reading out underneath like a tree, like out in the courtyard, and he looks up as you all are as three random gringos from America are like looking into this courtyard where he works, and he's like, "Can I help you?" And
Hola.
like really condescending English.
Hola.
Hola, and then he like rattles off Spanish like rapidly fast.
Oh, no.
Which-
No.
And then he goes back
No.
and he says, "Hello."
Hello. We're looking for Elena Alcatruz.
You are friends of Elena?
Yes, she sent us a letter, and she'll like hold up the letter and with the kind of return address.
And he'll get up, he'll close his book, and he'll come walking towards you. And he comes like to the edge of this courtyard. And you're showing him the letter, and so you can see like it's got like, oh, I did not know Elena had friends in America.
Yes.
It says
Yes.
she is not here right now. She works in the evenings at and he like rattles off the name of like a cantina, and it sounds it's like and he kind of points in the direction, travel that way 3 blocks head west, and you will see it on the corner. It is and he kind of grimaces. It is not our best, but it is colorful.
We like color. Isn't that the direction I told us to go anyways?
Can we get the name of the cantina? Would be very, very helpful. You said west, and west is, and she's sort of like pointing in the wrong direction. She's not great with navigation.
This way.
That way.
And he gave
That
you
way?
the name. I just don't have one. He gave you the name, and then he has west.
It's
Gotcha,
Casa
yeah.
Azul.
Yeah. I don't remember this.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
It is
So
called
very helpful.
it is called Cantina El Huckleberry.
It's weird they gave it an English name.
That must be why it's not their best.
Oh, in
It
English, I
must-
thought it was Hucklebearer. 2 words.
Yep. Val Kilmer said it wrong. Titled his, biography wrong too.
Val Kilmer? I don't know this. Okay.
Thank you. You're so very helpful. Thank you very much. We'll leave you to your book.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Goodbye. And tell.
Sorry.
What?
Adios.
Excuse our manners. My name's Beverly. What's your name, sir?
Oh, me? My name is Pedro. And he kind of reaches out and like shakes your hand.
Okay, I was just making sure he wasn't her boyfriend. That we were just like
It's
talking
not
to.
Octavia. It's not Octavia.
Okay.
Just some guy. Okay. So you guys head down. Take the instructions. It is if Marie is navigating, it takes you 3 days to get there. But eventually,
Will
You find
navigate.
you find your way. It is definitely a kind of a seedier looking place. You can see that like it doesn't it's like it's kind of off the beaten path a little bit. But you do hear the sounds of music like wafting out. It's got like a very weathered looking facade, and it's got, and this isn't even a joke, I wrote this already, it's got like swing bar doors. Entering was like saloon style doors to go in. You can see like a small like wooden sign that's been faded. You can't even see the name on it anymore. Got lanterns flanking the entryway as the light's actually coming down, and it's getting darker and darker. And when you push inside, you can see that there's bare walls. There's like this pressed tin ceiling that's kind of reflecting some of this lantern light. It looks very much like a biker bar kind of deal, if you want to think about like a roadhouse kind of bar. And you can see it's fairly rowdy right now, as there's like a pair of guitarists like up on a makeshift stage. Really, they're just kind of sitting on top of a series of stacks of like crates, and they're kind of playing around singing. And everyone's kind of shouting and drinking. And you look around, and you are the only white people.
Now, this is the type of place we need to be. I'm going to get us beers. Marie, find us a seat. And I go up towards the bar to order beer.
Yeah, you go up to the bar, and there is a kind of a big, like muscular-looking man, and he's got like a big bushy mustache at the same time. His hair is definitely balding. But he's got muscles on muscles, and he says in Spanish to you, it's like, what can I get you, gringo?
Tres cerveza.
Tres cerveza. Yes. He turns around. He's got a very soft-spoken voice. Turns around, grabs them, puts them down in front of you, and then pay him naturally, etc. All right.
And I grab the beers and go back to, hopefully Marie found us elbowed us a little bit of countertop or table or something.
And as Marie is wont to do, she ignores Will and looks for Elena. So Marie is sort of like up on tippy toes.
Roll spot hidden.
Trying to look around. All right.
Bev, you could do the same thing too, since you weren't really doing anything else. And you would recognize her, but Will wouldn't. Because Stephen was playing his stupid, dumb, dead character back in Mexico City when he missed her. So,
so Marie does not. I rolled a 95 on my spot hidden, so Marie does not see Elena.
Okay.
Beverly does. Hard success 15.
Bev, you look over to the other side of this, like the stage, so to speak, and you can see Elena. She has like an apron like wrapped around her waist, and she is placing a series of bottles down on the table, and she is turning around and starting to move back towards the bar, where you can see Will is ordering beers.
So then Beverly will weave her way over to the bar as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
Will paying.
Yeah, and she'll call out for Elena. Elena?
Dr. Key!
Hi.
Dr. Key! And she comes over towards you at this point, like she's like no hesitation. I'll just like throws like her arms around you because you go, oh, it is so very good to see you. I didn't know you were coming today. And she's like kind of moving you back and forth a little bit. It's a very friendly, warm hug.
Yeah, and she'll kind of like turn back and pull Marie into the hug, and like we'll all greet, and then we'll introduce Will to Elena as well. Is now a good time to talk, or should we wait till tomorrow? Or
no, Raphael, and like you can see the bartender looks over from where Will was ordering, and she's like, I'm going to take a break. And he's like, yeah, and kind of sways her off. And then he motions to the rest of the bar, which is very busy, and she just blows him a kiss. And then he kind of like gives up. And then, yes, now it would be fine. He's a sweetheart. He looks meaner than he really is.
You always find good to see you. It's so good to see you.
Oh,
we're kind of talking at the same time.
Okay, I thought Marie was looking at a corner.
Marie was looking the exact opposite direction, and Bev just kind of had to poke her in the back.
Coat rack. Is this Elena? No, it's not. Okay.
She's too distracted by the guitarist.
Hugs happen, and like she moves you over towards like a place where like a a table has started to open up and swoops you down in, and she pulls like a rag out of her apron and like wipes it down really fast, kind of knocking stuff onto the ground. Sit. Where is she's like looking around. Where is Mr. Price? Where is Patrick?
He's at the hotel. He has to cut down his drinking, so.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that. We serve other things here. You don't have to drink cerveza.
He started up some meditations and stuff, and it's really important to him, so that's what he's doing right now.
Meditations.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, kind of like how my mom we always had to do our nightly prayers and prayers before dinner and all of that stuff.
He is from God?
I don't know exactly the extent, but it could something to that lines.
Would you guys have mentioned what kind of details would you have filled her in on? Would you have told her about Shyma? Would you have told her about Will? Would you told her about, like, since she specifically mentioned giving Patrick her congratulations, would you have mentioned in the letter back to her that, like, he didn't get married?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
yes.
Like yeah, just to forewarn, you know, hey, we're answering this letter to you because Shyma is unable to do so, kind of.
I see. Well, I hope to see him before you depart. I'm sorry to hear about the difficulties. I'm so sorry about Shyma as well.
Me too.
And she calls back, like rattles off something in Spanish towards like Raphael and like an order. And that's like when she turns around, she's like looking directly at Will, who's like coming back now with these 3 beers.
With the beers.
And he's like, excuse me.
We picked up a friend.
He just pushes you to the side. 3 tequilas. And like,
Elena,
Raphael.
he's with us. Mr. Sawyer is with us now.
This?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Sawyer,
Will, this is Elena.
Set down the beer and kind of like put my hair back into order. Hello, I'm Will Sawyer.
Hello, Will Sawyer. I am Elena Alcatraz.
I'm sorry I didn't get you a drink. I'll go back up and get you something.
Oh, no. Raphael will bring me something soon. Do not worry.
Okay. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you.
It is a pleasure to meet you as well. Any friend?
Elena is taken, Will. And as Beth calls it.
Well, actually, that is more complicated. Octavio has left. I am here on my own.
He did leave?
He got an invitation that he could not refuse. Have you read anything from Pablo Neruda?
Ashley hasn't, but Bev probably has.
Jeff has.
It's on my to-read list.
Pablo Neruda.
Maria's not well read. Marie,
Yeah.
no.
My new fucking loves Pablo.
He finished up his teaching at the end of spring, and then he was given an invitation to the Second International Congress of Writers. He is headed to Valencia.
Wow.
Yes, he is very talented. It is okay. Things were very awkward for us for a bit, to be honest. But it was good to get outside of Mexico City.
Yeah.
Very bad memories there. But no, I am by myself here. I'm on my own. I'm thinking of leaving, but I also kind of like being on my own.
Where would you go? Back home, or
I don't know. Somewhere.
or to America?
Oof. And she makes like a face.
I agree with you on that one. They drag me back to this place called Arkham like every couple months, and it is the most boring town in all of America.
Is it? How very terrible for you. Yes. No, I don't think I will go to America. But I do need to leave. It is getting very odd here. Have you all, what do you, this might sound very strange, but
Have you all been being followed at all?
I don't believe. Have you?
Yes.
We just arrived.
Yes, but it started happening a few days ago. For months I was here, and there is nothing. It was quiet. It was peaceful. Octavio and I would teach the children, he the boys, I the girls, and we would read at night. We would go see the sunset. It was quite nice. But just a few days ago, finally, a woman from Mexico City, she came here pestering me with questions. She showed up at the school, and she was wanting to know about Javier Luna and the attacks at La Paz, and about the disappearances of some police officers, Detective Gomez, and the second officer. Questions after questions, and constantly asking questions. And then she would show up at my apartment, and then I'm sure she'll probably show up here at some point as well. But I have not said anything, of course. I didn't say anything at all. I don't want to get any of you in trouble, but
we have not been in Mexico City since we were there at the same time. So we're not sure what this is about, but
who is this woman?
Has she been threatening you?
Well, not in so many words per se, but she is very determined to find out the truth of the whatever. She's asking some questions I don't even know the answers to. Like, I don't even know for sure what exactly happened to the detectives. And she wants to know, why was the pause attacked? Why was I hanging out with the Americans? And you were seen. And I was seen with you. And then if this, I don't know what she wants. Other than, I don't know who she works for. I thought maybe it was the Mr. Brooks. Perhaps has employed someone, or it was just...
Marie's eyes kind of go wide. Is she asking whether, because Marie was in jail for murder briefly? Like, does she think, is that what she's asking about?
Murder? Well, no, not necessarily. She didn't ask about your names specifically, but the Americans she referred to, and yes, and
that's just distressing. That's dear.
Is there anyone in here watching us now?
Roll a spot hidden test.
Five. Extreme success.
Wow. You're seeing everything today.
In fact,
Beverly is paranoid.
Yeah.
There's a whole bar watching us.
Is it really paranoia though when you're actually being followed, you're actually being stalked, and like gods from the outer realm?
Yeah. I want to say like
justified.
Like us being stalked in Mexico prior, like also just kind of has her on edge, and then getting abducted in Bangkok. So Beverly is very,
You do, in fact, you see a woman up by the bar, by where like Raphael is like laying out a handful of like shooters and drinks, and he's kind of pulling them out. Remind us who we see, Maitreyi, if you would like to give us a physical description.
Yeah, there's at this very busy bar, there's a woman who's very clearly not looking to stand out, and she is kind of smiling and laughing along with the people around her. She's got dark brunette hair, long brunette hair. She's got open collar shirt with a gold cross on it. Mexican woman about mid-30s, and every so often her eyes kind of just flick to you, but her mouth doesn't stop smiling and talking to the people around her.
And Bev clocks it. And so I imagine she's sitting next to Elena and she nudges her. It wouldn't happen to be that woman at the bar who questioned you before?
Yes, that is her.
Okay.
We have her back.
Will very openly looks at
Beverly is kicking you underneath the table.
Elena's looking at you and just shaking her. This is what you were placed with you?
She turns. The woman at the bar turns once one looks.
direct eye
So now
contact.
you're looking at
Yeah.
the back of her head.
Yeah. And so I would say, Carmelita, you would have descriptions of Patrick Price, Beverly Key, Marie Wynn, Shyma. So you would have descriptions for 2 white women, one probably Indian woman, or dark skinned woman, and then I guess you would probably have a description of Pastor Wood as well, like an older white man. So you would recognize both Marie and Bev. Like Will doesn't look like Patrick. Like Patrick is darker hair, a little bit older than Will, about 10 years older than Will. Darker hair, mustache. Like Will has got he's got a boy. He looks like he's a teenager, and like he's got like blonde hair, etc.
I've aged a bit since Ethiopia, though, with all that.
He looks like a 19-year-old.
Cracking of skin. Yeah.
He doesn't look
Almost
like my
20.
description one way or another.
But you definitely recognize Marie. You definitely recognize Bev. Like those 2 match the descriptions that you were given.
Cool. She's not actively pursuing anything, but she's definitely clocking that. And the second Will actively turned, she turned around, so you don't see her face anymore. You see the back of her head.
Do you want me to tell her off? Should I?
No.
Mr.
Ask
Sawyer,
her why she's following you?
I think I've got this.
She's following me. I told you precisely why she was following me. She's wanting to quit questions.
Well, I can tell her not to.
What do you think I did? I said, "Oh, please continue to." Where did you find this one?
And
What did I do?
Marie's not there when Elena turns around.
You already left.
Because Marie's gone over, and so she'll just kind of go up to this woman at the bar and just tap her on the elbow. Ma'am?
Yes?
Yes, I believe that you've been asking questions about my friends and I. Would you like to join us?
Sure.
My wife and I noticed you across the bar and we like your vibe.
Totally that energy. Yeah, no, when you say that, it's clear she's kind of deciding something in her head. And after a moment, she's like, yeah, sure. And
Marie will
gives you a smile.
Grab a chair and kind of bring it over to the table. You might just as well sit down. Let's have a chat.
And as she sits down and gives sort of pleasant smiles to everyone, she says in Spanish, not in English, to Elena, you've been avoiding me. That's okay. I'm used to being avoided, but the company you keep, I don't really blend in, especially when they're trying not to blend in. Why are you playing tour guide to the exact faces that Gomez died chasing?
Tour guide. If you were sitting here watching me and as alert and perceptive as you claim to be, then you would know that I have not seen them. They just showed up here. Also, I wasn't the one who invited you.
And she's saying all this in English, so that you all can hear that as well. But I think some of you have at least 10 plus, so you guys would be able to kind of piece together some of the Spanish. So it wouldn't be like you would completely.
Will leans over to Marie. What did she say? I've got no Spanish.
Bit of a misunderstanding here.
The worst.
And Marie will kind of hold out a hand. Marie, nice Nice to meet you.
She'll shake it. Carmelita.
I see that you've already met.
You're visiting.
Yes, we had a dear friend that we lost not too long ago, and this is a relative of his. We're reconnecting.
Oh, that's very nice of you. And she'll look over to Elena. It's like, you met them in Mexico City, did you not?
You know this. I have
where
never
your
said
uncle died.
I have never said that I did not know them. I just said I do not have the answers to the questions that you are asking. I don't know.
It's a little weird that you're following our friend. Kind of aggressive.
Just look over at Will. So like, I'm sorry. When did this become me having to explain my motives to you?
I never said you had to explain. I'm just wondering why you would. It's a free
I'm not
country. She can go
calling
wherever
you
she wants. Why
aggressive.
would you follow her?
I am not stopping her from doing anything.
Well, it sounded like you were asking
me from
her
living my life in a peaceful manner,
some
showing up at my
questions.
work, showing up at my other work, showing up at my home.
That's harassment.
And she's,
She
as I
looks over at
mentioned,
Elena.
Yes,
She's a
boy,
dear
that is harassment.
she's a relative of a friend that we lost recently, so of course we're going to have her back.
Well, that's very nice of you. And she looks back at Elena. It's like, okay, look, I wasn't trying to. I seen some monsters.
And I told you
And-
what I
And
could tell
she'll
you.
switch back to Spanish, and these people keep showing up.
You can speak.
What did she say?
That they. She looks at you
Miss
with great
Carmelita,
disdain.
it appears that you've been asking questions to poor Elena about us, and now here we are. So feel free to ask us what questions you would like, though a bit more of an introduction as to who you are and why you were so interested in what we have been up to would be appreciated.
Well, before I give you those details, why don't you tell me why you are here to begin with?
She already said we're here to meet an old friend. You're not law enforcement, are you? You have to tell us if you
Not
are.
anymore. No, I'm not.
Not anymore, so you used to be.
What brings you to Mexico?
Well, if you would like to ask questions in any official capacity, you'll have to schedule an interview with us. You can reach out to us at our
It's a
hotel
$5 deposit.
or Elena. But Elena, I believe we've ate up enough of your break.
Yes, I must get back to work. These tables will not wait themselves.
Yeah. We'll catch up with you later.
So she gets up. It was wonderful to see you again, Miss Wynn, Dr. Key. I hope our other friend is doing well. Mr. Sawyer, as well. I'm going to get back to work. And she's like kind of frustrated and a little bit. You can tell that she's a little bit out of it. But she gets up. She like kind of grabs her tray and stuffs her towel back into her apron, and then she turns to Carmelita and she's like, "And you can now stop asking me questions. Start asking them questions." And then she like moves away with all like the huff and frustration in her is just like bursting at the seams as she's been through some things the last several months. As she like just stomps over towards the bar at this point, and you can see her hands going wild as she's telling Raphael, the bartender, exactly what's going on. And he's like, occasionally you see him like peeking out from behind her, like looking directly at you guys, and he's like, "No, stop looking at." She's like, "What?" And you get like a whole conversation just in their facial.
Right.
Carmelita looks back at the three of us, and we're all side by side with our arms crossed.
Yeah, and at that point, she'll kind of be like, "No, Elena's right. I mean, if she doesn't have answers, she doesn't have answers. But so it's good
She's had a
here.
hard go of things.
Yes, it's I'm sure she has. A lot of us are losing a lot of people these days. You might know someone I lost. Actually, he was Do you know Detective Gomez?
I did, yes.
Well, I know that he was chasing a man named Jonathan Brooks, and the more I looked into his death, the more... And she's saying all this in English at this point. The more seemingly disparate, very disturbing events were all linked. There were deaths, there's a burgeoning drug trade, there were ambushes in residential neighborhoods, and you and a few of your friends seem to always be around. So
Are you...
that's why I'm asking questions. Because I would like to know how things are linked. Because Gomez's death should not mean nothing.
And you're no longer a police officer, so what are you now?
I'm a private investigator. And she pulls out her card and answers to you. And it says Carmelita Buñuel, private investigator, and it has an address in Mexico City.
Did you previously know anything about Jonathan Brooks?
Simply that he was a rich white man with a hacienda. A hacienda where Detective Gomez died.
And I imagine at this point, like, Marie and Beverly are sharing like, a long look.
Agreed.
So, let's go back to my question. What brings you to Mexico's... And please don't lie and tell me it's Elena.
No, I've
Maybe
never
she's
actually
part
met
of
her,
it,
to
but
be
she's
honest.
definitely not all of it.
So you looked into Jonathan Brooks, correct? So then
Yes.
that means that you followed up on his associates?
Not as much, no.
Okay, but you are aware of his link to... And, like, she is quietly saying this and keeping an eye on, like, the restaurant of his practices with drug trade?
I know he was linked to this burgeoning trade around something they refer to as
It's not
nectar.
burgeoning. It's an epidemic. It's intense. What do you know of nectar?
Not enough to do anything with. Simply that it is showing up more.
Bev, let's just tell her we didn't do anything wrong. We're here to track down a world-spanning drug network and cult. They worship some sort of unknowable god. We don't even know which one, but we're just trying to break it up. There, we good? We settled?
And Marie sort of looks to Will, actually with a little
Not
bit of...
settled, but that's a really wonderful start. Thank you. I'm sorry I didn't catch your name.
Tom Ford.
Mr. Ford. Is there no, I'm not even going to bother checking to see if it's a lie or not. I don't care. Okay, Mr. Ford, thank you for your candor. Anything else you want to tell me?
Maybe we should plan for a better time in a more private place to discuss this?
Certainly. Are you staying in Merida?
For now.
Would you like me to come to your hotel? Would you like me to suggest a place? What would be better?
Why don't you suggest a place? That sounds like a fantastic idea.
She's going... where are you staying?
We are staying at the
The franchise. Casa Azul.
And she asked for the street name because she's not a local, but once she gets that from you, she will recommend sort of this cafe bistro thing nearby the following day.
That sounds
Yes.
That sounds good. It was, and Marie just sort of looks at her. It was a pleasure meeting.
Yes, thank you.
If you have the chance, I know you said you didn't look into them very much, but do you know anything about Sancho Dominguez in regards to Jonathan Brooks?
Jeff, I don't think she would.
No. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason you would know the name.
No, that's not even a name I know.
I would tell you this though, if you wanted to give me like a luck test, but give yourself like a penalty die on it, because it's like it would be totally random if you might have heard.
Absolutely. I don't expect to know.
Yeah.
But I was asking just because it felt like the right thing to. Sorry, it's not drawing up my screen yet.
No,
63 over 55.
Okay.
Look at you, 55 luck.
I
New
didn't
character luck.
That's how you get it.
I have like all the sanity and everything.
Everyone is immediately jealous seeing 55.
I know.
You wouldn't have heard any rumors yet. It's just not a line of questioning that you would probably know to ask.
No, fair. And so when Doc said, no, it's not even a name I know. Sancho Dominguez. Who is he to you?
No one to us, but someone to Jonathan.
Yeah.
Really? What kind of friend?
I'll tell you more about it tomorrow when we meet you at the bistro. We got another friend who's going to want to be there.
Yeah.
Who is your other friend? Elena's uncle passed away already. And
we'll call it a surprise.
See that woman? There was supposed to be a named woman that I got a description of, but we're a gentleman.
No, we did have another traveling companion who is here with us, and he was in Mexico City as well.
All right, thank you.
You know any other good bars nearby?
No.
Mr. Sawyer.
And she stands. She's like, is that, thank you very much for your candor, Mr. Ford. Everyone.
I'm not sure if you're really curious about us. I mean, we had contact with another investigator. I'm sure you can speak with him about us.
Oh, I'm aware.
Okay. Then, unless you're looking to get put on our investigation,
we'll speak tomorrow, as Mr. Ford said.
All right. Well, have a good evening.
Thank you. You as well.
If
and
you could
go back to that pleasant smile.
If you could lay off Elena, we'd appreciate it. She really wasn't involved.
She does very clearly. She doesn't have the answers I needed, but all of you might.
Maybe.
They're all locked up here.
Ford probably doesn't.
See you tomorrow.
I love that Key is calling me Ford and Marie's still calling me Sawyer.
I mean, you were called Will a couple times, Mr. Sawyer. Yeah, like Elena said it too.
I totally forgot.
I would like an apology.
It's very clear that Carlina does not believe you, but doesn't care enough to like correct anything.
Yeah.
Steven,
what am I apologizing for?
The name of the hotel in Mexico was the Casa de los Sueños. It was not Casa.
Oh, that's right.
No, that was the second one. What was the first one?
No, that was the first
we
one.
moved. Okay, well, we moved to a blue one then.
Went to the Paseo or something.
It was definitely
Or it could be
Casa
the
de los
hotel.
Sueños.
Yeah. It could also
Was it
have
the Blue
been
District?
It was in the Blue District, possibly. Yeah,
That's what it is.
Yeah.
There,
Okay.
there was a room that was inspired. Remember those had the different artistic rooms, and
Yeah,
one of those
yeah, yeah.
rooms
Yes.
was inspired by Frida Kahlo's Casa Azul, which is also what I named this one after. So like you could see.
So before
the
I
only word of
apologize-
Spanish that we learned was azul. That's the only word of
that's the
Spanish.
only thing that's there.
think it's
Before I apologize, I want to say that Ashley was the one who said it was the same name, and I was actually doing my research to double check, and I just assumed that she was correct.
Well, I had a list of possible
That's
names,
a
so that's
fair
why I asked.
assumption, I feel like.
Okay, so
Meanwhile,
guys are-
Patrick has got like the
Yeah, so we're
best
gonna cut
meditation
back.
ever.
We're in Mexico.
to this blue hotel, and we're gonna see Patrick in his room meditating. Patrick, is there anything that you would have done after like your round of meditations? Was there something that you wanted to do?
Yeah, I would have noticed Bev not coming to deliver the food as promised. So I'll have to go out in the streets and look for it myself.
Okay. So you wander out into the streets, and you get to the you get. I would say before you even get out the hotel, someone will be like, "Well, flag, we don't go. Is there somebody you're looking to go? Can we make a recommendation, sir?
Can you tell me about the loudest cantina? That's where my friend said he was going.
The loudest cantina? There are many cantinas to choose from. If you, I don't know which one's the loudest though.
I must have misheard him. Can you tell me in the popular place then?
Oh, I didn't say you misheard him. I'm not suggesting your friend did not say this. I'm just saying I don't know how to judge the loudness, the decibel level, or anyhow. And they'll rattle off some, but I like roll a luck test if you want to just roll a luck test.
I have 32. I rolled at 36.
Okay,
Oh.
you go to the wrong.
Spend
you go
4
to the
luck to get there?
cantina. Spend 4 sand. No, just kidding. Okay, so yeah,
You tempted him.
I know. It was like it was an interesting thought. Go insane for more. Interesting. Okay, so you go around and we'll say like you're unable to find them tonight. Now you can't find them.
I'll find some tortillas and some water that I'll pick at.
Okay, you'll get some
Just plain
basic
tortillas.
food. Get some
Doing
plain.
good.
Yeah,
Doing good.
Okay, so you get some plain tortillas. You get some basic water from your town. Sure. Is there anything else that Patrick would have done? As you like wander around, you go into the cantina. It's loud. It's noisy. You're the only person in here, probably. Well, actually, no. You probably would be the only person. Like, not every single cantina. There's a definitely international flair to Merida to a degree. So you probably look around, catch a face, think it's Will, it's not. Think it's Marie, it's not. Looking around a bit. What else?
Rest of the people. Have you seen some white people?
So one of
Where the gringos at?
So like your waitress will be like, white people?
Some friends of mine.
What do they look like other than they are white?
There's a guy who's wearing a blue bandana. It's blonde.
I am sorry. No, I don't think I have seen someone wearing a blue bandana. No.
Have a nice night.
Okay. Goodbye. And you just hear like suddenly like rapid fire Spanish to a couple of her friends behind, and like then you hear a couple of laughter. Look over your shoulder, they're all laughing, and then when you look, they stop and then they just turn back. One of them just starts wiping the wall randomly, pretending like they're not looking at you. Okay.
Oh, do you know an Elena?
I know. Yes, I do know
Seven.
Elena. Does she have a second name? There are-
She does, but
Alcatraz.
It's Elena Alcatraz. Does that name ring a bell?
Roll another luck test.
96. Can you crit fail luck? 'Cause if so, I
Yes,
did.
because you just did. She'll say, she'll give you the wrong. She'll be like, oh yes. Oh, I think she is a waitress, and then she'll give you like another cantina, but she gives you the wrong one. So you go to that place, and so you're just kind of like wasting your time. And now I'm gonna want you to make a test because she sends you to the wrong place, and you're just kind of you're suddenly doing a pub crawl when you didn't mean to, going from one place to the next with all these different drinks and food and joyfulness. So go ahead and I want you to do a POW test as you're being tempted. We'll say that's the result of your crit fail.
So perfect. So perfect.
Oh, I passed that.
Okay. You are
Locked in.
able to keep yourself in line. The mouth doesn't stir on your arm. You keep it probably wrapped when you go. I would assume when you go out in public, that would be probably a very bad idea not to. And it stays well behaved. And even if it does make sound, there's so much noise in these cantinas that no one would hear it. Okay. And so hours pass, Patrick, as you going from one to the next. You're asking for this Elena. You're asking for like any white people. You get pointed to some white people, but they're not the white people that you're looking for. So that's kind of awkward. But maybe they invite you to a drink, and that's what gets you to have to make the test. Do we want to say that at a certain point, at long last, the four of you make it back to your hotel and you're able to reconvene? Can we do that?
Yes.
Hard pass.
Yes.
Let's do that.
Oh, and it's like we've been sitting there for a while and like just assuming that Mr. Price was up in his room, and then he just sort of comes walking in. Mr. Price, were you looking for us?
Couldn't find the cantina, the loudest one. I got lost.
Sorry I didn't bring you your dinner sooner. We got sidewayed.
You find Elena at least.
We did. And we found that there is a private investigator from Mexico City who has been looking for us and
Actually, I'm
haranguing.
so sorry to interrupt, Mel. I'm sorry to say this. I misspoke. She's an investigative journalist, not a private eye.
Got it. Yes, there's.
I wasn't sure if you were trying to mislead us or not.
No, that was just misspeaking. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah, in fact, there's a journalist from Mexico City who claims to have known Detective Gomez, and she's been haranguing Elena about us. We met up with her at a different cantina. We're gonna meet up with her in the morning.
So our events in Mexico City follow us.
Indeed.
I worried they would.
I fear I may not sleep well tonight, but it's probably time that we turn in.
She talked about our ambush, and Bev kind of rubs at her bullet wound, her healed since, but her bullet wound.
Marie also has one of those from Mexico City.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and let's move on as I feel like we're winding this down. So let's move on. We'll say the night passes unless somebody interrupts me with something very serious that needs to be done right now. We'll say the night passes. Morning will come. You will have both your driver, Alejandro Ramirez Santiago, there waiting for you in the morning as you had arranged for him. And you had arranged for a place to go to meet Carmelita. Is that correct? And
yes.
We'll say he is more than happy to drive you. And it's like 2 blocks. And so he'll drive you 2 blocks. Yeah. And
That's so
he doesn't make fun of you. He just takes your money as he drives you 2 blocks.
Yeah.
Would you like me to wait for you here? Be more than happy to. Are you going sightseeing?
No, thank you.
You said you wanted to go into the jungle as well. Is there? I asked some questions.
We might need him later. Who knows how long we'll be eating? Yeah,
Wait,
wait for us.
You said you hadn't. Sorry, you said you had information?
Well, there are places that we can go if you are looking to go into the jungle. Just it is a question of where in the jungle you are wishing to go.
Yeah, we haven't settled that down yet, but could we get your contact information and then we can reach out to you when we're ready?
Contact information?
Is there a place where you're based out of, or
my home? I do not like.
Why don't you just wait for us? We're
I think I will just
like
wait
15,
for you.
20 minutes.
I will wait for you. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. I will get a cafe.
Bev, make sure you tip him.
He's like looking
you're
and he's waiting. He's like
Marie will tip
the
him.
Travolta meme, just like looking,
Yeah.
just waiting for someone to pay him. Okay,
Marie will tip him.
got it. Done. Okay, so you go inside. Where are we? Where'd you say we were? We're at a cafe, right? So you go into the cafe.
Just on the same street as the
Sure. So you guys are out on the street. It's early in the morning. It's a lovely late summer day here in Merida. Before the heat really kicks in, we'll say. I don't know if that's accurate. And we'll say the five of you are able to sit down and do what you want to do. What do you guys want to do?
Carmelita's already there when you show up. So when you do, she will kind of wave you all over.
So, Carmelita it was, right?
Yes.
Last night felt a little overly aggressive. Maybe we were being protective of our friend Elena. Maybe you were coming off pretty strong too. Let's start a baseline. We can all be friends here. You seem like you were very concerned about your friend. We understand that. We regret what happened with your friend. We tried to prevent it. Well, I wasn't actually there, but in the royal we, and I think that we could all just, maybe you're an investigator. We're investigators. Let's just talk it out. We don't need to be arguing or anything like that. If you got questions, we'll answer them as best we can. There are certain things that, you might seem a little hard to believe. But, I'm an open book.
And I have a very open mind. So don't worry about things being strange.
Okay.
I'm in the business of things being strange.
There's a cult and they worship giant mouths, and we think that there's one nearby, and we need to go kill it.
And she pulls out her notepad and starts taking notes, not really reacting as if that's like a weird thing. Cult nearby. We're nearby.
We're not entirely sure. The jungle, I think, like some sort of archaeological site.
Do you have a guide? Are you going there?
Well, we only just got here. We hadn't really made firm plans yet. We kind of play it by ear.
We will need a guide.
I can guide you.
You know the jungle?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, you could lie to them.
No,
That's
she
fine.
doesn't. She's lying to them.
I wasn't sure if that was
very
appropriate.
much lying to them. Yeah.
Considering
Like,
that
yeah,
you said you're not from Merida, you said you were from Mexico City, I believe we'll still hire a guide, but you're welcome to join us on our expedition if you would like.
That is kind of you. Thank you.
Carmelita, was it?
Yes, Mr. And
You
she
call me Patrick.
flips a page. Mr. Price?
Friends told me you knew this Detective Gomez.
He was a friend.
A friend. He was a good man.
He was.
Mexican.
He's a very good man.
That's all I really remember. But if you want to join us,
What's on your arm there?
my arm? It's just an injury.
You mentioned that you knew an other investigator. Do you know Mr. Del Toro?
I do. We are both personal and professional acquaintances. She kind of smiles. I've known him for a little while. That's what I mean.
We were unsure of him at first, but he ended up being an ally.
I mean, he was hired by Brooks to look into us, but pretty much everyone was.
What?
If I'm recalling that correctly. Let me double check.
You're right. You got it.
Okay.
Americans being able to afford things is kind of a tale as old as time down. So I am not surprised Brooks had people looking into you.
If you know Gancho, then you must know the events that happened that night. He was there with us.
What happened that night?
I could tell you all about it. If you said you weren't working for anybody.
No.
You might as well join us on that journey then. You'll learn all about it.
That is. Thank you for the invitation. I will. Please tell me what happened that night.
I fill her in on some of the events of what happened to Detective Gomez.
Okay.
And how
you tell her about like
the bottom of the
underneath
hole.
the hacienda, and do you tell her about the big mouth and how a bunch of people got eaten? These things that come through.
Yeah, might as well let her know about it.
We'll already mention giant mouths.
Do you show her your... Or no, we're in
Oh.
public. That's a bad call.
Do that.
You just feed it like a just give it a little sip of coffee.
She
got a straw.
looks over to Dr. Yi. Said, "You mentioned yesterday that nectar was not burgeoning, but already an epidemic."
Indeed. How much do you know of nectar? What's your baseline?
As I said yesterday, not very much. Just that I've been hearing the name, and it hasn't been so aggressively found around that the government is doing much to legislate around it right now. But in my circles, I've been hearing about it as something that's coming up, mostly around artists, board socialites, that kind of thing.
Did you witness any like flop houses?
I have not. Is that something that is common where you are?
It
It
depends.
was, yeah. In Mexico, we came across and she'll kind of go in about how they were more musically focused, and then she'll touch on LA and how it was more like sexually focused, and then that it she'll mention that it even
So
expands
the
out to
same
Bangkok.
drug has two wildly different effects.
We're not 100% sure of how it incorporates, but it does appear to be benefited from intense feelings.
And she kind of nods, like internalizing that.
It was connected to music, more so in Mexico City.
That makes sense. We are a artistic people. And she kind of trails off like she's putting stuff together.
Are you sure about this? The more you look into it, the more your mind goes. Your humanity. You're not going to be the same person you were.
If I'm going to lose my mind for anything, Gomez's death has as good a reason as anything else. Better, actually, than most reasons. He was a good man, like you said.
Is anyone else paying attention to us? Because a cafe isn't quite as private as Beverly was hoping for.
You can roll spot.
I'm sure there will be, but frankly, better me than anyone else.
Oh, I do not witness
Marie
anything
hasn't
this
been
time.
talking a whole lot. I
Okay.
rolled a 28 under 72.
You haven't noticed anyone like purposely watching you guys, but you definitely have noticed that people sitting near you, whenever certain phrases like drift out from the table, like they kind of look at you sort of strangely and with some sort of plump, like they don't really understand it. But you don't see anything like last night where there was like one person who was clearly trying to hide that they were watching you. It doesn't look like you're being followed or spied on, but maybe someone overheard a thing or two that might sound strange.
So Marie just kind of keeps her head on a swivel.
So how does this have to do with... What does this have to do with the cult?
Well, we think that they were trying to create some sort of gateway to their god or try to summon their god underneath this temple. There was some correspondence between Brooks and this Sancho Dominguez character, and it looks like there was some friction between them, but also they were collaborating. This whole network, it's a whole bunch of sects, and it feels like a lot of them were vying for leadership, but sex with a CT at the end, not the unsavory type. But
okay, Pastor Wood.
Sorry, wrong character. They're still fairly unified, but not as unified as there's no one leader here. So everyone's got their own motives that they're all trying to figure out. I think, really, we only just got here. We still have to do a lot of groundwork. All we know is that they're trying to communicate with the god here in some fashion.
And in every location we've discovered, there is some sort of large mouth that consumes.
Technically, we didn't see one in Ethiopia.
Do you mean that literally?
Oh, yes.
Literal large mouth.
And even more disgusting than you might ever imagine. But yes, the one in Ethiopia had been taken care of already by folks who lived there. They used their own wiles to make sure.
I haven't actually seen one of the big ones.
And if we see one in the jungle, is your plan to neutralize it the same way? What happens after you find the cult? Because more than likely you will.
Sometimes
so what was your plan after that?
We are not the best at having detailed plans. We sort of go where we think.
No, you don't need to have detailed plans, but do you not have a general idea of what you might do?
Well, we try to disrupt the activities, try to... I don't think you guys have actually killed one of the big mouths before, have you? I suppose you dropped a house on one, but it could have survived a burning house.
But if it's like the Ethiopia situation, where once it is buried, it's denied what it's seeking, and then it should calcify.
Starved. Yeah.
But
so
we haven't confirmed it.
Find if there is a mouth, and if there is, to deny it or neutralize
to starve it. Yes.
Yeah.
And you feel like the mouths are related to nectar.
Yes, very much so. They're related to the creation of nectar.
And the mouths are
or
manifestation of the god they're trying to summon. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to piece things together.
As are we,
I don't.
To be fair,
yeah.
we have more. We are ahead of you in terms of the volume of information that we have, but in terms of making sense of it, not all that far ahead.
Have you ever killed anyone, Carmelita?
And she kind of no.
Well, I've killed 8 people, to be exact.
And you are not in prison.
No. Should I be in prison? That's for a judge to decide.
Have you gone to a judge and asked him to decide?
No, I don't plan to anytime soon.
So that's not strictly true then.
Once the situation is dealt with, once you witness what we're dealing with and the capacity of which it expands, you'll understand why this is important and why this is a crusade that needs to be completed.
Said I will go with you, and I have already said I will do my best. I'm not entirely I'm not entirely sure what else you need from me at this stage.
Would you kill somebody if it came down to it?
I'd rather not, but if that was the only way for me to survive, I would like to think I can pull the trigger. But I've never been in such an intense situation.
These cultists are dangerous. this will be a dangerous situation. I can't stress that enough.
Thank you. But sounds like concern, and I appreciate that. As I said, though, if anything is going to happen, it may as well happen if I'm trying to find out what happened to Detective Gomez and not just because I need a story to pay the bills.
And this story is not something that should be published anytime soon, if ever.
Well, and she kind of like nods on that. She's like, well, we don't even know what the story is yet.
We're pretty aware of what the story is, and knowledge of this and consumption of the nectar is how this thing continues to spread and infest, and it's insidious. And in Mexico City, they were using music to get people to make them angry or just surge emotions. Marie, she heard some of the songs that they were using with the speaking of the mouths, and it invokes feelings in you, pulls things forth and out of you that you might not usually have or express, and then it uses that to bring forth more nectar into this world and to continue to spread itself. And I studied it in Los Angeles, and nectar isn't normal. It's alive. And at this, you kind of see Bev kind of glosses over a little bit, and then she kind of turns to the side. Shyma, did you have my notes about that, right?
I'm sorry, Dr. Key, who is Shyma?
Marie will answer the question. She was a companion of ours in Mexico City who we recently lost.
The Indian one. You recently lost her. Sorry to hear.
Yes.
I'm gonna get a drink. And Bev will awkwardly kind of like shuffle. And you notice she has this like habit of like pinching herself when she's forced to kind of consider that Shyma's not here, and she just pinches harshly at her wrist as she continues to mumble to herself and to Shyma as she walks to go get drinks.
Okay, it's a cafe, so you're probably getting like coffee and stuff, so it's like really relaxed. So it's probably not tequila shots or anything.
No.
It sounded like Will was implying you wanted a different guy. So
but Beverly,
I thought that's what she was going for.
No.
Regardless, I still have Patrick's flask.
They're just
and
like,
it is
ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
So we'll turn the coffee into an Irish coffee.
That you can do, sure.
Miss Buñuel, we say all of these things not to dissuade you.
Please.
Yes, just not to dissuade you. I did the same thing when Mr. Sawyer joined our group. It is solely to ensure that you and you do already know with the loss of your dear friend the cost, but this keeps piling up, unfortunately. And
it does. She looks over to Dr. Yi and looks back at all of you. If it really is as bad as all of that, I understand the reticence to not broadcast to people, but it seems like a disservice to not let them protect themselves when you know something big is out there. Simply because you might look bad, it doesn't feel like a good enough reason.
It's less about us looking bad, and it's more about, what's the term, prey going to ground. If these people know that if we put increasing international pressure on them, it would make our jobs much, much more difficult.
I promise you, you've just met me, so you would not know this, but I would not jeopardize what we're doing for the sake of a story.
You
enough
heard
for me.
Will's very succinct summary
Will,
when you
is that
joined us.
the other name for Mr. Ford? Is that his middle name?
No, Ford is my middle name.
Oh,
Will Tom
so
Ford.
it's Tom Ford or Will?
Will Tom Ford Sawyer.
Oh, Will Tom
I did
Ford
just call you Mr.
Sawyer.
Sawyer like 5 minutes ago.
And she kind of smiles at you.
Will's grinning through the whole thing.
Will.
He has no
It's like
shame
a car
about it.
dealership.
Yeah, no, so
Yeah.
it's Carly.
Ford Lincoln Mercury.
Fully grinning at you.
What is this, the
Can I
postman?
just call you Tom?
You call me whatever you want.
Tom it is.
To go to the authorities with something as simple as there's a cult that worships mouths seems unwise. So perhaps
Not to mention
someone with
everywhere we've
journalism
gone.
background could provide.
I'm not suggesting we go right this second. I am simply saying that if it is something that people need to protect themselves from, then that is an opportunity we should give to them.
Not to mention everywhere we've gone, they've had some
Also-
sort of connections with authorities. So us going to the cops and saying, hey, you've got a cult right here. First of all, they think we're crazy. Second of all, that puts a target on our back.
So it's not just a cult, it is
Well, they're well funded.
people with influence.
There's a
Indeed.
lot of money coming in.
And she kind of nods. Like, are you familiar with a lot of organized crime here in Mexico?
No,
Well,
our leads were
there
broke.
is
I just got
some.
here.
There is some, and influence is, well, it's not prevalent. It's quite common. So,
Well, this is a
if
worldwide
you are
place,
saying
so-
people know
Organization.
the police, it's more than likely yes, they do know the police. Which
Interesting.
is why I say again, Detective Gomez was a good man.
Well, since we're all caught up, perhaps we do some investigative groundwork. Let's learn a bit about the jungle, where the archaeological sites are. See if they have to have contacts here in town giving them supplies and things like that, or at least occasionally come into town. Someone's
You
got to have
have
seen
a
something.
location. It's not you just going in blind.
We know a name.
We know
think we do,
generally. Yes. Yes.
We have a picture of
have
a on a
suspicions.
postcard.
Picture on a postcard.
Would we still have? So there's 2 postcards. So we have a photo of Dominguez and crew, and then we have the postcard of Merida. Are those things that would have survived being
I don't
safely tucked somewhere?
see why not. No, yeah, I
Okay.
think that stuff you would probably still have. It's fine.
Okay, then that would have been something that would have been brought. So, in kind of the spirit of sharing, kind of leads that we have so far. So there's the postcard and the photograph. So this is what we have: correspondence between Mr. Brooks and Mr. Dominguez, as well as a photo of Mr. Dominguez and the crew that were headed to the site, as it were.
Jeff, with regards to the photo, one of Carmelita's skills is photography. I wonder if there are any identifying marks on the photo.
What kind of identifying marks? Right,
What
okay.
kind of camera may have taken it? Like, is it sort of a higher end camera? Is there any kind of stamps on it? That kind of.
You can roll photography if you like.
Okay.
New characters
I've
first roll.
rejoined the table.
Where is my photography?
Probably under art. It's probably art : photography.
Thank you. You're right. Sorry, I didn't have any witch armor, so I didn't even know where to look. 48 under 50.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely you would definitely get the sense that this wasn't like a studio type of gig. It wasn't like something that has proper lighting and setup. It definitely looks more impromptu. And that's certainly based upon where it's being taken. It's whoever took it certainly had a quality camera. You would probably guess this was probably one of the more like compact modern offerings, not, nothing like that. There's nothing in here to suggest it was taken by somebody who was a professional though. Like if you had to guess, it's probably a camera that one of the people in that group.
Got it. Thank you. That's exactly what I was getting at. Thank you. Just professionalism.
Yeah, there's a lot of airbrushing too. So much photoshopping.
Okay. No one's got wrinkles. This touch up my appearance box checked.
All right. Is there anything else that you all would like to do or talk about in this little morning conversation? This introduction to a new party member?
Nothing from me.
Okay.
Don't think so. I think just deciding next steps probably.
So what I think we'll do is I think we're going to go ahead and end it there. And then we'll pick up next week with you guys as a group coming together and to begin like your investigation and your exploration of Merida, of Yucatan together now that we have the party back together. We have a full party together for now.
Yay!
I'm so excited for Merida.
Me too.
Are you? Okay, just remember that. Just remember. Last time you guys were really excited for a place was Ethiopia. I'm pretty sure.
Just want to say,
I'm pretty sure Maitreyi said at the beginning.
I was excited for Bangkok before that.
So excited for Bangkok, missing a hand. So excited for Ethiopia, dead. Oh, okay. Well,
I've been pulling for Merida since Mexico City.
That's true.
I have. This has been, and I will say that I correctly predicted that Jeff would not TPK us on session 1 of a new location. So
But I think I cut Jeff off by saying that, like, because I think you were gonna say that I predicted someone dying before Ethiopia.
Could have been. I think you did.
Then
I can't remember.
I definitely did, but I also made the same prediction before Bangkok.
Well, somebody. I mean, your hand died, so.
My hand died. Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
I mean, I tried to die. I guess with how many times I got kidnapped.
God,
I'm really appreciating Steven's "I told you so" energy.
Yeah, I just love how you immediately just went like everyone. Let's just all go in different directions. Let's just all go different. That never goes bad. Never goes bad. Okay.
We're not going in directions following leads. We're just like, you know what? We're somewhere new and no one can find us if we just all split up and go somewhere innocuous.
I don't want to kill you all because like you guys were split up. I could easily have done it. Like everyone was going different directions. So easy. It's just someone pulled.
But then it would be so targeted if we were all in a different place and we all got killed. That would feel purposeful, intentional.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's your point?
Indeed.
All right. Thank you,
and
Melissa, for always keeping us together.
In-story justification of being followed. Like we've heard that you guys are followed like multiple times.
Right.
Doesn't even phase us anymore.
This is true.
Next
so
week.
the in-world justification is there, is my point.
Yeah.
Yes. And yet again, we wander around a city and don't like check behind us for like a while until somebody mentions it.
You know what? Oh, shit. Sit down. You're like, no, is everyone watching?
I mean, none of you asked to roll a psychology test on Carmelita to see if she was telling you the truth. No one asked.
This is true.
Just saying.
This is
Carmelita,
true.
you didn't ask to roll a psychology test on them.
No, he didn't.
Just saying.
I don't think Will was that worried if she was telling the truth or not.
Will is lying, is her in-character thing. So she assumes that none of them can be trusted yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's do some close plugs, then we can get on out of here. So I'm going to throw it over to Steven, it's going to bounce off Steven and go down to the bottom row. And Maitreyi is going to tell us what she does on the internet and where we can find her.
I am Maitreyi's Games on YouTube, where I'm being system agnostic or multi-system. Deep up content that centers the GM places.
Awesome. Steven, it bounced back to you. It's like a game of Pong.
I make system-specific games. It's Huckleberry RPG, a Weird West game. It's a lot of fun. If you like horror games, if you like being cowboys, we just added mount rules, so you can have your own little horse. Lots of fun stuff. Check it out at huckleberryrpg.com.
Awesome.
Someday I'll get good at that pitch.
And it's going to be up on
PackerKeg
in a few months. And you can also get the quick draw edition over on drivethrurpg.com. You can give it a test, you can play a little bit, see if you like it, and then a couple months come back when the Packer Kick hits. You can get your own, shiny, awesome copy of it.
Jeff pitches this more than I do, if you can't tell.
I do stream more than you, so I have probably more practice at this point in saying those.
You really do. And I appreciate it. Thank you.
I try to get new games. You just leave games. All right. As for us, what do we got next? Monday, we got some Time Watch. Tuesday, we are off for one more week, and then we're going to be back with Hardwire Island. Hardwire Island. I can't remember what we're playing. What are we playing?
Hardwired Island.
Hardwired Island. Is that what you?
Yeah, that's right.
So not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. Thursday next week. We just finished up Swords of the Serpentine a couple days ago, so we're going to start up a session 0 for our next Thursday game, which is going to be Legend in the Mist, new game by the City and Mistmakers, Son of Oak Studios. We're just doing a session 0, just making characters, making a world, and so if you want to come see what that's about, come hang out with us. Next Friday, we've got more Magnus Archives, where this guy over here runs us through some Magnus Archives, and then next Saturday, I'm at TPK the party, and then we're going to figure out what we're going to play next. So everyone, we'll put a poll up, see what everybody wants us to play, and that's what we'll do. All right. Well, thanks for everyone for hanging out.
Express.
What?
There's the week.
Oh my God.
Masks of Nyarlathotep.
Dude,
Nyarlathotep.
I wouldn't do masks. If you want to watch masks, go check out Tales of Myth and Mayhem. Mark's running an awesome game. So you should check that out. But I might do.
I was just naming the two biggest campaigns I knew.
Beyond the Mountain of Madness. I'm a huge fan of Arctic, Antarctica, the Terror, all that kind of stuff. All right. Anyhow, let's get the hell out of here. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Happy seeing you.
Bye.